Hi, so this video is going to go over part of the site survey where we gather information about the network and server equipment as well as the electrical capabilities of the site. Um, the main equipment that will be installed in the future are going to be IP cameras as well as server equipment. The server equipment is going to need a source of internet, and all three of these are going to need a source of power, which is why we're going to go into the electrical panels and get information about the breakers. When we get onto site, a lot of the times the electrical and the server or network rooms may not be directly on site. So if we had provided you with a outline or site layout, it'd be great if you could just label and pinpoint where the actual rooms are compared to where the actual site marketplace is. Uh, if we go into the back room and IT closet, usually this is a smaller setup of how network equipment is installed. This is a smaller rack. We will need to get the dimensions of the rack, some close-up shots of the equipment on the rack, as well as the cabling behind the rack. We will also need to get the dimensions of the actual closet slash room itself. Like I said, a lot of times the rooms might not be directly on site, and if that's the case, we might see something a little bit similar to what we see on the left picture, which is a bigger server rack. In this room, we do need to get the actual dimensions of the room as well as the dimensions of the rack itself. Uh, and in cases like this, we are able to see the cables a lot clearer. So cable tracing here is going to be a little bit easier. For cable tracing, all we do is just find the cables and see which direction they're heading out of the room and make sure that we document and take pictures. Uh, in those rooms, we do need to get the pictures of the outlets just to ensure that we have enough power coming into that room. This is a recording of a past technician who actually cable traced by video, which is my recommendation. Um, the cables going across the ceiling, through the brick wall, and onto the site marketplace. I recommend taking a video for this portion just because taking dozens of photos can get a little bit confusing onto which one is leading where. Uh, a lot of times the sites might be using a drop ceiling, and if that is the case, you will need to go into the drop ceiling and take pictures or again videos of the cables coming into the room and from where they may be coming in from. When we get into the electric panels, you should ask your site escort or the site manager if they know which actual panel is specific to the room where the future servers might go. If they do not know this information, then you may have to just take pictures of all the panels in that room. When we get to the panels and they open up, usually on the left side is a labeling for which breaker leads to which room, and on the right is the breakers. Getting close-up shots of these two are going to be essential to getting more information about the actual power outage in these rooms.